In this video, I'm going to explain why harmless puppy scuffles are nothing to worry about.
Ready? Just take. Hey. Excuse me, that's my hand. That's my hand. Thank you.
Okay, that was a little scary, right? I mean, it kinda looked like that golden retriever puppy was trying to hurt that other pup. Watching that clip, you might think the golden puppy is aggressive, possibly dangerous, certainly scary, and maybe letting that puppy play off-leash with other puppies is risky and irresponsible, because maybe he's going to injure or traumatize another puppy. If you felt that way, I don't blame you. It's a totally normal and natural human response. Unfortunately, it's just not accurate, and this common misconception is one of the reasons why we are currently experiencing an epidemic of dog-dog reactivity. Because what you saw in that video may have looked scary and sounded scary, but it's actually totally normal, totally safe, and nothing to worry about. Now, just to be perfectly clear, we do not want your puppy to get into scraps like this. You should not encourage your puppy to get into scraps with other puppies. You should encourage them to play nicely. But it is essential that your puppy plays with other puppies. And when they do, they might get into little scuffles. And if so, that is totally normal and okay. And it's going to be much better for their development than trying to protect them from this sort of experience by keeping them away from other puppies. When you try to keep your puppy away from something that could be scary, you're actually going to make that thing much scarier in the long run. Hence, the current epidemic of dog-dog reactivity. I'm going to explain more in a moment, but if you find this video informative and you want to learn more, you should subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then you should head over to dunbaracademy.com, where you'll find free dog training courses and downloadable documents about raising puppies, dealing with dog-dog reactivity, and much, much more. Okay, back to this potentially aggressive and dangerous golden retriever puppy. Now, anytime you are scared about dog behavior, you need to ask yourself one simple question. Is this actually dangerous? Is there a significant chance that someone is going to get hurt? Based on that first clip, I think a lot of people would say, yeah, one of these pups could easily get hurt, or at the very least traumatized. But the evidence would indicate otherwise. We have taught off-leash puppy classes for over 40 years, and we've never had one puppy seriously injure another puppy in class in all that time. We've graduated over 120,000 puppies over the years and seen at least that many scraps, scuffles, and dust-ups, and we've never had a puppy get seriously hurt by another puppy in class. Maybe it's possible, but if it is, it must be exceedingly rare. And that's because these are puppies. They're less than 20 weeks old, and they have weak puppy jaws. And this sort of scuffle is not in any way uncommon. In fact, anytime you put puppies together, play fighting and wrestling and chasing and humping and yes, biting are all very common behaviors. If you spend any amount of time around puppies, you will see this with your own eyes. Here, let's go back to that first clip. But this time, let's start watching a little earlier and see what happens in the lead up to that scary little scrap we saw at the beginning of this video. Okay, so Baker is the name of the golden retriever and Sequoia is the name of the other pup. And as you can see here, Sequoia is not exactly an innocent victim. Sequoia is on top of Baker for a while. Then Sequoia gets down and Baker manages to get on top of Sequoia. Either puppy could leave at this point, but they keep going at it. For many puppies, this sort of roughhousing is their favorite activity, and if we ended things here, no one would be worried at all. But then Baker gets on top and starts biting Sequoia on the back. Sequoia doesn't like that, so yelps and people start pulling them apart. Then they growl a little bit and it's over. After a few seconds of restraint and a gentle reprimand, the puppies are free to go. In the end, neither puppy was hurt, not even a little bit. What's more, Baker was involved in 3 other scraps like this in the first 2 weeks of class, and neither puppy was hurt in any of those instances. And, even better, by week 3, Baker had learned to keep his cool and play nicely with his friends, and he didn't get into any more fights. Here's a clip of Baker and Sequoia from week 5. In this clip, there's a lot of body language that makes it very clear that these 2 puppies are having fun and playing. Do you see how loose and bouncy their movements are? Or look, right here, where Baker goes into a play bow. This is a sure sign that Baker is playing. Dogs don't do this when they're scared, or when they're trying to scare or hurt another dog. In general, you can see them taking turns where one gets on top but then lets go so the other doesn't get too annoyed. And yes, it looks like Baker's trying to hump Sequoia some of the time, but that's also a totally normal thing to see with puppies. The point is, they're playing together because they want to and they're enjoying it. And maybe there are times where they don't love what the other pup is doing, but they're figuring it out. And this time, they keep things from getting out of control. These two puppies regularly sought each other out and played like this all throughout the 5 weeks of class. Yes, at the beginning of their roughhousing escalated into one little harmless puppy scuffle. And maybe it was kind of scary, especially for the people in the room. But they sorted it out and quickly became the best of playmates. And all of the happy play sessions they had together did something absolutely invaluable. It actually did 3 very important things. It helped them develop confidence, social savvy, and most important of all, bite inhibition. They developed confidence. They learned to enjoy playing with other dogs. They learned that it might get a little wild at times, but that ultimately they were safe and everything would be fine, and that playing with other dogs is really fun. They developed social savvy. They learned the complex dance of nuanced behaviors and rules and cues that dogs use when they play together to ensure that the high-energy, intense, active play remains fun for everyone without getting out of control or scary. And, perhaps most important of all, they developed bite inhibition and learned how to play fight with one another, chasing, roughhousing, and even play biting one another without hurting each other. They also learned how to tell another dog to back off, to chill out, or to be more careful, communicating that with a bark, a snap, or a carefully calibrated and totally safe bite that gets the message across but doesn't cause any damage at all. And now, these pups are primed for a healthy, happy social life, where they are comfortable being around and playing with other dogs. Yes, they'll need to continue spending time with other dogs if their owners want to maintain their friendly, confident personalities, but they're off to a great start. And that's not just true for Baker and Sequoia, it's true for all the puppies in class, especially the shy pups and the other pups that Baker got into little scuffles with. Baker's presence in this class was not a liability. It was a huge benefit, helping all the other pups develop confidence around the sort of rambunctious puppy or dog that they will surely encounter again many times in the future. But what would have happened if they hadn't come to puppy class? Or what if Baker got kicked out of class for being too aggressive? Or what if another puppy's family pulled them from class because they were worried that their puppy would get hurt or scared? Where would they develop the confidence, social savvy, and bite inhibition that they got from playing with each other in class? Maybe they live with another dog. Maybe their owner sets up a couple of playdates. But neither of these is likely to be sufficient. And without these essential social skills, these pups will grow into adolescent dogs that are primed to develop dog-dog reactivity issues when they are confronted with unfamiliar dogs on the street or at the park. So, what should you do? Well, if you have a puppy, or you get one in the future, you should try to get them into an off-leash puppy class. If you can't find an off-leash puppy class in your area, you can try to set up a bunch of playdates with other puppies and other older dogs that, and this part is essential, you know to be well socialized with reliable bite inhibition. I'm talking about dogs that have played off-leash with a lot of other dogs and have never harmed another dog or person. And then, if, during a puppy class or a playdate, your pup gets into a little scrap with another puppy, or gets snapped at by an older dog, remember, it's okay, it's safe, and this is a perfectly normal part of your pup developing confidence and learning to navigate social situations, which can, sometimes, be a little scary. Finally, it's essential that we all spread the word about the importance of off-leash puppy play, the lack of any real danger from little puppy scraps and scuffles, and how off-leash puppy classes are the easiest way for many puppy owners to give their pups the confidence, the social savvy, and the bite inhibition that they need to navigate a healthy and happy social life around other dogs. So please, if you found this video to be interesting, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like to learn more about this concept, or puppy training in general, you should go to dunbaracademy.com and enroll in our free puppy training course. I'll include a link in the description below. All right, Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to learn more about dog training and behavior, make sure you visit dunbaracademy.com to check out our selection of courses, many of which are completely free. If you would rather watch more of our videos here on YouTube, just click the links to the right. And if you want to follow us on social media, everything you need is directly below. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications.